is up, guys? Your boy Trippy here with another reaction video, and this one is by NF, Just Like You. Just going off the title, hope it's one of them emotional tracks that that has a really good message, because that's how I found about NF. Back in the day, was his real personal songs where he talks about his personal struggles with life and things he had to deal with, and that's what made me relate to him as an artist. So or relate to him on a personal level, just from him putting himself out there. So I'm hoping this is one of them tracks, that other people can find relatable and help them get through their struggles, because I think that's dope. I know he has like a lot of other work he does, because he's a insane MC. Like he has a dope ass rhyming skills and capabilities, but he's really good at making his songs relatable. So I'm hoping this is also one of them tracks. So I'm not gonna do much of an introduction. Just don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you wanna follow me on Instagram, Twitter, or Snapchat, that's all in the description box below. So let's go and check out Just Like You by NF. Let's get it.
Just in case my car goes off the highway, or the plane that I get on decides that it's my last day, I want you to know when you're alone and you feel afraid, you're not the only person in the world that isn't okay. There's millions of us just like you, like you, like you, just like you, like you.
I like that. Basically, see, this is one of their songs. So basically what he's saying, just off the gate, I like how, I think that's the chorus, that's a good hook right there, but also a good intro into the song. Basically what he's saying is really, like, it really doesn't matter where you're at in life. Like, everybody goes through like the same problems. Everybody has deal with their own version of like their problems. Like, it really doesn't matter like what status you're in, like how you feel. There's somebody else going through the same thing you are, if not worse. So I like that. I like that a lot. So let's continue.
Millions of us just like you, like you, like you, just like you, like you. It's strange the way the mind can wander, but also stop the gossip and chat with memories that you and me aren't really fond of. Maybe you're out to find love, maybe you lost who you was, maybe you're just like me and feel the need to stay in your rut, cause
I like that. Thank God I have the lyrics pulled up. Yeah, I'm thinking about starting to do that. So not just to catch all the bars, well, really to catch the bars, but to really break things down when I'm talking about it, because it's easy to talk about it as soon as it happens, but I like to look at, like, visualize this and talk about it. So basically, I like the first two bars, or first four bars he just spit right there, because that's basically like anxiety and depression, like in a nutshell. Like what he says, it's strange the way the mind can wander, but also the gossip, that's like the anxiety, like feeding negative like BS in your mind. Like, it happens. And then there's the depression side of it, where you feel like you need to stay in your rut. Like, depression causes like laziness, you're not self-motivated. You don't want to get up or do anything because you feel worthless. So I like how he brought that in there. He brought anxiety, and then he talked about depression. So I like that a lot. So let's run that back.
Memories that you and me aren't really fond of. Maybe you're out to find love, maybe you lost who you was, maybe you're just like me and feel the need to stay in your rut, cause if you left it, you might feel like you're no longer you. It's so impressive the way the mind can play with the truth. It's interesting that nobody can walk in your shoes but still relate and feel the same, so in a way, guess we do.
Ooh, alright, so I fucked with that, and it seemed like the beat was about to like drop into, so I could tell I stopped it at just the wrong part, but at the same time I'm glad I stopped it there, because I like the way he broke all that first verse down. Basically he was talking about how I just brought up the anxiety and depression, and how he's explaining like everybody's just like you, or there's millions just like you going through the same thing. And he's saying, basically what he's saying, he brought all that back around to say, like, if you feel like that, then like, I guess I can relate to it too, you know what I mean? So, but the rhymes he used, okay, right here is and so impressive, and then he said it's interesting. Right there, those two first parts of the first bar of each bar rhyme, and then he said at the end of the first bar it says with the truth and in your shoes. Like, them type of rhymes, I love them rhymes. So I'll try to break it down for you guys. All right, the first line, you got the first rhyme is, well, it's so impressive. Let's mark that down as A. And then you got the end of the line was play with the truth, that's B. And then you got the next line, which is A, it's interesting. See, that rhymes with the top line of A. And then walk in your shoes, B, rhymes with the top part of B. Like, I love how artists, do them like external rhymes. Like the rhymes are he's rhyming externally on the outside of each like bar, and I think like something little of that. Like I love when artists do that. So let's run that back. So if you didn't catch it,
It's so impressive the way the mind can play with the truth. It's interesting that nobody can walk in your shoes but still relate and feel the same. So in a way, guess we do. You ever think about what it would be like if the clouds were gone and you could see light? If the door was open, would you take flight or just close the curtains up and stay inside? Take a walk with me, take a risk with me. I'm scared too, and it gets so tempting when you're so empty to disown everything you hold. Dealing when you know clearly you've been so buried in your own fairy tale. The soul's tearing, but your holes in me I relate to.
he did it again. Like now he's rhyming internally. Like all right, so I'm so glad I got it pulled up. All right, because if I didn't, I would not be able to break this down. So basically. When he starts the bar at I'm scared too, and it gets so tempting. All right, so he's rhyming like internally as well. It gets so to disown, you know, your own bunch of hoes. Like right there, like that is dope. Like something as small as that, but he's also conveying a good message, and I think that's dope. If you catch it, like, it's just. Let me know if you caught that right there, or maybe I'm just tripping. But I mean, you can see it with the lyrics put up. But yeah.
With me, I'm scared too, and it gets so tempting when you're so empty to disown everything you hold. Dealing when you know clearly you've been so buried in your own fairy tale. The soul's tearing, but your holes in me I relate to it. But in case you've been thinking no one does, here's a great theory. Throw a Hail Mary, let your mind fly to the sunrise. Could be so scary, making faith vary. Feel the pain glaring, but the weight carried ain't in vain. Hear me? Just in case my car goes off the highway, or the plane that I get on decides that it's my last day. I want you to know when you're alone and you feel afraid, you're not the only person in the world that isn't okay. There's millions of us just like you, like you, like you. Just
Ooh, all right. So I like the production on this track, man. This album's production is, from what I heard so far, is dope as hell. Now you hear the progression in the beat as well, like because in the first of the hook, the intro, that wasn't in there. So I'm gonna try to see if he does it again with the next hook. From what I'm hearing so far, they're adding like different layers to the beat. So I think that's sick. Let's go.
like you. There's millions of us just like you, like you, like you. Just like you. So often I feel desperate, I think my heart's infected. How about yours, how about yours, how about yours? I guess it, you feel the best when your life is hectic. You might be destined to stay defective, so join the club, it ain't that hard to get in. It's hard to leave though, look at the guest list. I bet that your name is on it, don't believe me, check it. See that it's
the production on this is freaking hard, but there's not really much to break down like of his rhymes, because like there's not much to really break that down. But one thing I will break down is that I'm noticing so far, and since the lyrics are put up, I can see it seems like he's gonna, this whole, like from what I'm seeing right here, this whole verse is off the one rhyme, desperate. So if he continues it throughout the whole verse, I think that's dope as fuck. But he got desperate, infected, I guess if, feel the best when, hectic, destined, defected, like, or hard to get in, like, oh, that's a guest list. Like, it just keeps continuing. That is also dope. If he keeps that same rhyme within the verse, like that's pretty sick. That's pretty sick. Let's run that back.
best when your life is hectic. You might be destined to stay defective, so join the club, it ain't that hard to get in. It's hard to leave though, look at the guest list. I bet that your name is on it, don't believe me, check it. See dead ends, in life we come to tend to raise some questions. Suggestion, know that your feelings might give wrong directions. In fact,
okay, so yeah, that whole little first part before like the beat changed and the flow switch, it was all off of one rhyme, and I think that was sick. So let's run this back because he was about to snap again. That's what he's talking about.
See dead ends, in life we come to tend to raise some questions. Suggestion, know that your feelings might give wrong directions. Infested, yeah, with the feeling of failure, let it take over your body, it makes you question the life that you have. Situations you might have enjoyed become nothing but dated, old and forgotten. But what would you say if I told you that there was some hope we could make it? I know what you're thinking, I'm thinking it too. Could you really improve and be something worth saving? See, I can pretend like I have all the answers, but none of us do. It's the reason we battle, convincing yourself that you don't really matter. Like beating a cancer and letting it travel to every part of you. But what if we did the unthinkable and cancel our trips? What's achievable depends on the risk, so pick up your chin and listen to this. Just in case my car goes off the highway.
I like that. And basically, you know, it goes back to what I was saying, to like anxiety of like the fear of like wanting to be something or wanting to do something. Like that fear is what gets you. That's the only thing stopping you. Like once people realize like the only thing stopping you reaching whatever goal you want to reach in life is yourself. Like because the biggest thing you understand, like nobody, we have this like the spotlight. What's it called? Something about the spotlight where you feel like the spotlight is always on you, like in life, and everybody's watching what you're doing, everybody's judging what you're doing, but you don't realize that people also have that same spotlight view like on themselves. Like they're really not that worried as much as you think about you or what you're trying to do. Like so you just gotta like push that fear to the side or use that fear to drive you. Like because NF is a successful artist and he's sitting here telling you like I go through that same thing. So it really doesn't matter like who you are, what you're going through. Like everybody goes through this same thing. So it's really just up to you. And definitely use this song for motivation because this is really a song that I also needed as well. So I think that's dope.
Being a cancer and letting it travel to every part of you, but what if we did? The unthinkable and cancel our trips. What's achievable depends on the risk, so pick up your chin and listen to this. Just in case my car goes off the highway, or the plane that I get on decides that it's my last day, I want you to know when you're alone and you feel afraid, you're not the only person in the world that isn't okay. There's millions of us just like you, like you, like you. Just like you, like you. There's millions of us just like you, like you, like you. Just like you, like you. Yeah. Everybody falls sometimes. Just remember that, that's alright. It's the rainy days that give us love for the sun. And if it isn't, I guess I'll be fine believing it does. Yeah. Everybody falls sometimes. Just remember that, that's alright. It's the lows in life that make you cherish the highs. And if it isn't, I guess I'll be fine believing a lie. Just in case my car goes off the highway, or the plane that I get on decides that it's my last day, I want you to know.
Oh, I like that. I was going to continue, but I just like that little part right there. That little part for motivation. Like I love that. Like that really was really touching. But I love also the beat just keeps progressing. I like how it switched, progressed to the point of where it got to at the I'm guessing this the last hook. So yeah, man, this song is just beautifully, like production wise, it's beautifully done.
Just in case my car goes off the highway, or the plane that I get on decides that it's my last day, I want you to know when you're alone and you feel afraid, you're not the only person in the world that isn't okay. There's millions of us just like you, like you, like you. Just like you, like you. There's millions of us just like you, like you, like you. Just like you, like you.
Ooh. Man, that's Just Like You by NF. Man, I like that track. That was really one of the motivational songs that, I told you in the beginning, I was hoping it's one of them songs with a message, and that was one of them. So I really like that track. That was hard. I love the message. I love his rhyming ability. Like even though even with songs like that give a message, people don't notice like the rhymes that I was talking about. That's also dope. But he switched up his flow. He did so many different type of rhyme schemes that, or different types of like rhyming that I thought it was pretty dope. So yeah, I'm probably gonna do some more NF reactions with this whole album because I haven't heard the whole album besides one song. So just be on the lookout for that. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Let me know what you think about this song. Let me know what you think about this reaction. And we can you got some constructive criticism, whatever, just lay it down. But keep it positive, keep it respectful, and catch me on my next video. We out.